Has agreed, though, to mobilize 400 National Guard troops, but not to enforce immigration laws. Here to react is Acting Deputy U.S. Customs Border Protection Commissioner Ron Vitiello. Ron, are you okay with the limitations on the 400 National Guards members?
We've asked for a certain level of missions from all of the border states. We're grateful that the governors have agreed to deploy on the southwest border. And the restrictions in California are not that different than what we're asking the Guard to do. Looking for aviation support. We're looking to have them help watch sensor feeds and cameras for us, road maintenance, brush clearing. Those are the kind of things that will help us do the mission better. And then replace where Border Patrol agents may be doing some of those functions. Those agents will then be deployed to the border.
So they're not going to guard people taken into custody. They're not going to arrest people for alleged immigration violations or support immigration law enforcement activities. And you're okay with that?
That's right. We're not going to ask them to do law enforcement duties, and that's the rules set we put together with the Pentagon.
So we're stunned to see this sanctuary state and all these cities rising up saying that's not okay with me. They're beginning to sue the government of California to get rid of that status. What is the problem with sanctuary state status when it comes to border enforcement?
It encourages people to go to places where they think they might be safe. This is not, no jurisdiction should be put in a place where they're protecting people who have broken the law, and that law crossing the border illegally. It's not safe for the communities that those people live in. It's not safe for our law enforcement officers. I'm very good friends with the director at ICE, Tom Homan, and he will tell you that his officers are in more danger when they have to look for fugitives in communities or in homes. It's contrary to their officer safety, and it's not good for the communities either.
And Ron, it's just logic. It's harder to find somebody than it is to pick somebody up who's waiting for you after they were apprehended by local officials. So I was staggered to see this map. How many MS-13 members have been released back into society after they came to this country? 2/3 of them are from California, 89 in all, 53 through the rest of the country. How do we change that?
Yeah, this isn't good. No jurisdiction should be protecting people who are in the country illegally, especially when they're in the jail setting. And when they're in the jail setting, all they have to do is get a hold of ICE, and ICE will be happy to come and pick those people up and deport them.
That would be great. The other thing is, there's a lot of controversy and politics being played on the border wall. Where do you stand, Ron?
I stand on meeting the president's requirement, meeting the public's demand for border security. So we put plans in place to deploy border wall in the places where we most need it, to fix dilapidated fencing that's out there and change it into the border wall. And so we're going to continue to do that to the extent we have funding. And the other things that the president asked for, especially closing these loopholes and ending catch and release. If we do all of those things, we can start to meet the demand the public has, that we have for ourselves, to secure that border.
And because it's springtime, and here they come, right? Ron Vitiello, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, 10 minutes before the bottom of the hour. We're learning more about the passengers who tried to save a woman's life after a Southwest plane engine blew up mid-flight. Coming up, you'll hear from a nurse who performed CPR for more than 20 minutes. Plus, a meeting of evangelical leaders turns into an anti-Trump sermon. How did that happen? We'll tell you.